Can I try one at home?
Hi, welcome back to a very rainy plot. I've just popped up for half an hour. It's about 6:30 in the evening and I need to water and do some harvesting because I haven't been for a few days and I haven't put out a video for 3 weeks, and I do apologise. It's just been the end of term. My kids are both in primary school and June and July in primary schools is just so busy and full on, and the kids have had a few bugs each and it's just been slightly bonkers. So when I have had time to come up, I haven't had a lot of time to film, but I have done some filming, so I'm going to show you what we've been up to, and hopefully I can make a coherent video out of it. But I'm going to get some harvesting done and I'll see you back at the end. So yes, I've been shopping. Now there's a lot of annuals here because, or tender perennials, because I'm having a bit of a rethink in the front garden. Some of the perennials, I think some of my roses are going to move for next year, so I just wanted some annuals to give colour and interest for the rest of the season, and then in the autumn I will rethink the layout of things. So yesterday I went to one of my local nurseries that I really love and I picked up these antirrhinums, which I absolutely love. They did fall on the floor, this white pack, yesterday. As you can see, they've got damaged, but they'll be fine because they'll put some new growth on. They do need a water though, they're a bit limp. So I picked up those, and I picked up some geraniums. Now there's a lot of geraniums, or pelargoniums. These ones are, the variety is rose, and those ones are a mixed pack. There's 4 in each pack. I also got this is a perennial. This is Lacantharum snow lady, also known as a Shasta daisy. If you've watched any of my videos before, you'll know I'm very fond of Shasta daisies. And I also picked up these trays of cosmos, and again there's 4 plants in each. This one is Love Song, which is really pretty, and this one, I don't know if it's just a white. Yeah, it just says white, but that's really nice. And then today I went to another local nursery. I love going to my local garden centres because I kind of know the owners a bit now, and you have a little chat and pass the time of day, and it's just nice to support local businesses. I do like big nurseries, but honestly, it's nice to support the small ones because they will disappear without our support. So then I got this dahlia today. Now it's not in that great a way, but obviously it was only £3. I think it's dried out and been watered and it's come back. It needs deadheading a bit and it's a bit floppy, so what I need to do is plant it out and then give it a little bit of a cane just to stake it and support it, and hopefully it'll be okay. I also bought a couple more cosmos, which don't look so great, but they will be fine. And this is xanthos, which I don't already have. I grew it last year and it didn't do well, but hopefully this year it'll fare better. And then some more geraniums and pelargoniums. Let me move around this way. So yes, I got quite a few. I've got some interspecific ones. Never heard of those ones before, not aware of them. And then some zonal geraniums. So they're so lovely. All different colours. And you see, they don't mind a little bit of drought. So I'm hoping that these will just add some colour to the borders. And obviously there's a mixture of reds and pinks. They're all really pretty. And then I got these small ones as well. These are a bit smaller, but I got these ones at the back. These are trailing pelargoniums. I got 2 in this stronger pink and 2 in the lighter pink. I don't know where I'm going to put those, probably in a pot, but I think they're really lovely, so yeah, we'll go with that. And then lastly I picked up these salvias. So this is Kisses and Wishes. Now I already have this. I showed you it in the last video. I've planted it out just over there near the Amistad. And then this is another Amistad. He didn't want to sell me too many because he was taking cuttings. So yeah, this is one that's had cuttings taken from it, but that's fine because it's got new flowers coming on as well. I really love Salvia Amistad, and I really love the other variants, Kisses and Wishes, and I've got Love and Kisses, or Love and Wishes. One of the other ones, it's like a plummy colour, whereas the Amistad is a bluey purple, which I'll show you now. I was warned by one of you to be careful because they do get massive, so I'll have to keep an eye on it, but yeah, I absolutely love the colour. of those flowers. And this was planted last year and it's actually survived, so yeah. So yeah, it's a nice day now. It's I can't believe the height of this fennel. It's got to be 7 foot tall. It's massive. It's lovely. Yes, leucanthemum, Shasta daisies, there you go. There's one, there's another. Absolutely love them. Absolutely love them. So I have this Jasminium Stephanese, or summer flowering jasmine, and it's got lovely flowers on it, and I'm amazed that it's flowered because I've had this all winter. It was in a pot loose with no compost around it, just the root ball, and it has survived, and it's lovely. I've cut it back recently, cut all the dead off it, and I've potted it up into here, and it's much happier now. The leaves have come greener. This rose is lovely, it's New Dawn, but that's in a pot and it's stained. It needs deadheading, but it's really, really pretty. I've got 2 of these. This one's doing really well, and the other one is doing okay, but it's not a patch. So these are climbers. I really need to give them something to climb up. Yeah. Anyway, yes, so I do have, spin you around again, I'm trying to be conscious of not making you dizzy. I know I do make you dizzy sometimes, which I apologise for. So I've got another jasmine. This is the original nursery pot, this one. I should pot this one on as well, really, just to give it a bit more chance at life. And then I've got this one, which I showed you in the last video, actually. This is my new Acer. This is by Who. And it's got a bit wind-scorched, and it keeps blowing over. I've been watering it regularly, but still. I got this because of the colour of the stem, because it's going to give winter interest. I mean, the leaves are always gorgeous on Acers, whatever the variety, I think. But the stem is really nice as well. That is going to go in the front garden, but I don't know where. They don't tend to like the back garden. Like this one, it's not so happy. This one, this is Moonrise, I think, and it's a bit crispy. I have been watering best I can, but you know, trying to conserve water, and I've been using the water, but it doesn't last forever. So yeah. And then this Acer down here, like I showed you last time, it's a bit crispy as well, but hopefully, you know, next year it'll be okay. We're not going to get much autumn interest from these plants though. So yes, that verbena looks unhappy, doesn't it? We get that watered. And I think I'm going to put some geraniums at the front here just to kind of make this area look a little bit more interesting. I might put one of the Xanthos Cosmos in here as well, actually. I know it's not a very big space, but I don't know how bushy these plants are going to get at this point in the year, but we'll see. We'll see. But yeah, I mean, it's messy and chaotic, isn't it? You know, there's lots of little things happening, but I'm a bit of a plant collector, so that's how my gardens often end up, you know, kind of higgledy-piggledy. I'm very excited. I cut I deadheaded the Lady of the Lake, and she's coming back. Annoyingly, that rose is looking at the field and not at me. Excuse me, young lady, can we see you? She's a beaut. Hello, it's Friday the 18th of July 2025, and that means one thing. It's the last day of school before the 6-week holidays. And this is a time of year that I find really overwhelming because I struggle to get things done, especially on the plot. My kids can't come up and help me here. It's just not something, particularly my youngest, is able to do. We haven't finished the fence and the gate, but to be totally honest with you, if I brought my kids up, it'd just be to come and look at it. It wouldn't be to get any serious work done. So I'll be coming up on evenings, and hopefully a little bit of the weekends as well for the next few weeks. Videos might continue to be sort of fortnightly until September happens, and then I'll be raring to go again in September, hopefully. But at the moment everything's a little overwhelming because everything's grown up. A lot of it's looking great, but a lot of it's going over now, and a lot of the weeds are living their best life and really, really healthy. So got lots and lots to do. The last 2 weeks I haven't got anywhere near as much done as I wanted to get done because my one child was poorly last week, the other child was poorly this week for a couple of days, so it's a couple of days out of each of those weeks. the gas board are digging up my road and my driveway and need access to my house, so I've waited in all week for them. Obviously my daughter's been off as well, so I've had to stay in for her, but I waited in and I refused to wait in today because they've kept me waiting all week. It was supposed to be Tuesday, it was supposed to be Wednesday, it wasn't either of those days, and now it's Friday, and I absolutely have to make the most of today and get as much done as possible. Lots of things have gone over, and some things I want to cut down or get out today, and I just want to make it feel a little bit less overwhelming. But yesterday me and my daughter did come up and we did get some harvests, and it was good. And I had cauliflower with my tea last night, and I'm from Yorkshire, so we say tea instead of dinner. I didn't have a cup of tea with some cauliflower. That's what, you know, that would be probably quite unusual a meal. And it was the nicest cauliflower I've ever eaten. I ate so much of it I gave myself stomachache. It was really, really good. None of that shop bought rubbish. And I'm quite surprised because, well, you'll see why I'm surprised in a second. Let's go have a look. So let's start in here. So, oh, we've had a falling over. Oh, it's growing that way now. These are California Wonder peppers, and they're doing pretty well. Yeah, these ones are also California Wonder. They're not doing as well, but they're okay. At least they're upright, so that's a bonus. Cayennetta, now I harvested loads of chilies off these yesterday. These are really productive plants. Obviously everything's still in, oops, kicking the bucket. And obviously everything is still in these small pots. Haven't potted anything up yet, but it is still doing okay. If I just spin you around, not too fast. Over here we've still got the rest of the hanging basket tomatoes. Look at the size of these tomatoes that are growing in here. I am going to plant these up today. That's one of my jobs I absolutely want to do. These, my aubergines, full of flowers. Not everything's doing well, obviously. They're a bit cramped in there. These are a mixture. I think most of them are baby boo. Not baby boo, baby jack. Sorry, baby boo is the, yeah, baby boo is the pumpkin I've got. So they're flowering, but we might not be getting anybody in to pollinate. I've got a padron there behind the gooseberries. I harvested one yesterday, and there's another one I can do today as well. Jalapenos, these three are jalapenos. They're not really doing much at the moment. A lot of the flowers have died off, but we do have a couple. We do have a little one coming there, and yeah, so they're okay. Let's go outside. Oh, I have another cayennetta here that's actually been outside and it's doing all right as well, actually. Let's just lift the gooseberry off it. Because it got absolutely covered in greenfly, so I just popped it outside. Look at that aubergine. That aubergine also got covered in greenfly, so that's outside, but that's not done as well. It's an Asturian tree cabbage that, again, covered in greenfly and never got planted up. Anyway, let's turn to this side, and these are the broad beans, which have mostly gone over. So I want to cut these down. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to cut them off at the base and leave the roots in the ground so that the nitrogen that's left on the roots can go back into the ground. There are peas in between them, not peas, beans, these dwarf beans, so I do want to let those see the light of day, and there's a lot of weeds in here that need to come out as well. So yeah, and there might be some broad beans that are still okay to harvest. We've got some, we might get some. These are Sutton, which I don't know if they're an F1 or not. I don't think they are. So if they're not, we can save some seed. These peas have gone over. These would be perfect for collecting, but these are an F1 variety, so they won't be any use. So they're just going to go be composted. Yeah, so lots of weeding to do. Oh, have we got a bean there? It's hard to tell. Yeah, there's actually a bean come up there. That's been in there ages. There's some bindweed as well, but yeah, we'll do what we can with this. The annual bed is, yeah, it's very weedy now. It's really not taken off, but some of the cosmos are growing up. But I'm finding a lot of cosmos are coming up blind. They're not producing buds, but that's the thing with cosmos. I do find that they do that sometimes, and these were sown quite late, so it might be Well, some of them were. The ones my mum and dad grew were sown quite late. So yeah, sunflowers doing okay. Not growing very tall, but I think again that's because I got them in the ground quite late. But yeah, I need to deadhead. I'll get in and deadhead the cosmos and everything, and then it'll stand a chance. Antirrhinums are okay. The Shasta daisies have not been very happy since they've been moved. I think this one's probably died almost completely now. Oh, the perennial sunflower is actually getting some buds on. That's nice. I'm hoping that will survive the winter and will become fuller. Probably not the best place for it, but I don't think it gets particularly tall. It's not like an annual sunflower. Obviously the foxgloves have mostly gone over now. I'm just going to let them set their seed and then we will remove those. So yeah, let's get to the veggies. Celery is doing okay now. It's looking much healthier than it did a couple of weeks ago, but we've had quite a bit of rain recently as well. My rose, look at my rose. This is Arthur Bell. This is what happens when you don't get things in organised soon enough. There's a caterpillar. Oh look, there we go. There they are, little sausages. You enjoying that, yeah? Yeah. And then we've got sunflowers here. That one's going to be flowering soon. So these are a 6-foot variety, but again, we didn't really get them in very early, so. The lemon balm is now flowering. Lots of little flying creatures all over it, which is lovely. The sage is massive. This is going to need to we're going to cut this back soon. Strawberries are putting out their runners. I need to cut those and get them sorted. We're not having them fall into the ground this time like we did last year. Dahlia and cosmos bed. Again, this cosmos, look at it. It's big, it's full. It's showing absolutely no sign of producing any flower buds. Very healthy plants. No buds. Yeah. But the dahlias, they are, thankfully. So we've still got Skyfall. We've got Sebastian. The others, I forget exactly what each one is, but we've got them coming up now. They've got nice buds on them. That needs deadheading. If you're curious about dahlias, this is a finished, if I show you it, this is a finished head, and this is a bud. That's about to open, but this is a bud. So, there. So they're more this shape when they're done, and they're flatter. Yeah, that's another done one. That's a bud. Find a bud that's not opening, and then you'll see. Yeah, that one. That's not opening yet. That's not big enough, but that's the bud. So yeah, it can be difficult to tell initially, but yeah, done. So keep deadheading them if you've got them, and they will keep producing until the frosts. That one's going to be a big flower head, the size of it. That's really nice. Poppies have done. Most of them aren't rattling, but a couple of them are. So I'll be saving and collecting those seeds because they are such lovely poppies. Dwarf beans are doing alright again, weedy bed. This bed here needs weeding as well. It's got some courgettes in. I took a couple of these ones. I forget this. Look, they're either Le Soleil or let's have a look. I love these wooden labels. They're really good, aren't they? Yeah, I don't know. They're either Soleil or Summer Sun. I think these are. So whichever one is not a round one, because these ones are different. And then I've got one in there that's the one from the supermarket at the garden centre that was half dead. It's doing all right. It's catching up, so hopefully it'll do okay. Over in this bed, I've forgotten varieties. That's what happens when you don't come for 2 weeks. So over in this bed, we've got dwarf beans. These are ones I just sort of chucked them in around other stuff. Our baby boo squash, I haven't been training it, so it's just growing there at the moment. Our Belotti beans, I only got 2 of them if you remember, but to be honest with you, I don't think they're climbers, I think they're dwarves. So I think if I don't get this baby boo squash up this arch. This arch is pretty much a waste of time and money. So yeah, this is my Anna Schwartz Hubbard squash, which is putting on some really good growth. There's a dwarf bean in there as well. And then in this bed, this is where our courgettes are. These are, the variety is zucchini, and these have been amazing. I came yesterday and harvested absolutely loads, which I will show you some pictures of. Oh, see, this borlotti bean is taller than the other one, so that's growing, but then it's surrounded by leaves, so maybe it's growing higher because of the conditions. And the other baby boo is in here, there. So I'm going to train that one definitely, because that one is sort of surrounded by these other courgettes. So let's have a look. Ooh. Let's have a look at the brassicas, because you will see they are not netted. The nets came off, I told you in the last video, and they never went back on. Not ideal, is it? But yesterday I harvested two cauliflowers, sorry, and they were amazing. Now, yes, there are caterpillars all over them. There are. But actually, do you know what? At first, initially, there were caterpillars trapped in there with them. There were cabbage whites inside with them. Oh, look at this. These are some of the leaves I just left from the other day. We've got ladybirds. We've got ladybirds and eggs. We've got ladybirds there. Not ladybirds' eggs, cabbage white eggs. So anyway, they were covered in aphids as well. Absolutely covered in aphids. And the aphids have gone. And this is what I always say about netting stuff. Netting stuff is great to protect from those little monkeys over there. Yeah? That's what you're netting to protect. And in our case here as well, pigeons. But you are also keeping out the predators that would get the aphids. And if you've already got aphid eggs or aphids on your crops, you might not see them at first. You're going to be trapping them in there. There's no predators able to get to them. They're tiny, tiny ones. Look. Yep, tiny, tiny ones. So yeah, these are the cabbages. They are now starting to form a head. I don't know if we're going to get any of these, because they're starting to get eaten a lot now. Now I can go around and I can take off the eggs, remove things, but I think I might just let nature take its course now and see what we get. Broccoli, I've had quite a few harvests off the broccoli. Obviously this one's gone to seed, gone to flower, which I'm quite happy about. I think it looks great. I have been taking these little, I forget what varieties they all are actually again. I don't know if I've got any labels with anything legible on them anymore. Oh, what we got there? I found one, but Calabrese. So Dad, what variety is this? Because yeah, I've been harvesting the small florets, these. I'll take some more today actually, and they've been really, really good. These ones is a different variety, this one. This is forming a better head. There's the leftover sunflowers. I need to spot those because that one particularly is starting to get heavy now because it's forming its bud. But yeah, so we've got some more in there. That one's looking nice. Just a little bit longer. Just a little bit longer. Now I forget, are these so these are all broccoli. Now, where did I plant my turnips? Are those the turnips in the cabbage bed maybe? I'm going to have to look back over my old videos because I really don't know what I've done and what I've planted. Now, Brussels sprouts are taking the brunt of it from the cabbage whites. These are really getting battered, and I don't know if we're going to get anything. But again, not really. Oh, look at all the aphids in there. I'm not really that bothered. Does that sound really bad? Look, the harvests are really important. Obviously, they're a great part of this all. But actually, for me personally, the harvests are not the priority when it comes to having the garden. The experience of planning, of preparing, of growing, and the harvest and the preserving, and then planning for the year after, it's every bit of it. It's not just the harvest, and the harvest is like a bonus for me rather than the end game, you know. So beetroot that we planted a couple of weeks ago is really doing well, and actually is starting to, if you can see in there, build up quite quickly. I'm quite surprised by how fast this has grown. It's doing really, really well. So that's great. Calendula's mostly gone over because I've not deadheaded it, so I'll try and hack some of this back today. Celeriac in here is doing okay. Blueberries have been mostly eaten by the birds. Again, if you don't come, what do you expect? Oh, let's have a look at that in the sun. Oh, look at that, that's lovely. See, weeds are growing up a lot. Chard is growing okay here. Those are the other strawberries in between the weeds there. Need to cut back the antirrhinums. Sweet peas, yeah, I don't think I can salvage these, so these are going to get cut back, right back, and this bed is going to be emptied, and my hanging basket tomatoes are going to go in here today. So that's the job, main job for today. Cucumbers, these are the market more. I was here yesterday, like I said, harvesting, and I just sort of moved these around a little bit because they were all growing into each other. And then my beans. My beans are looking good. Borlotti, runner and French. These are my crookneck summer squash. Starting to produce females now. These went out quite late as well. Jerusalem artichokes. Definitely going to need to support these now. Wish I'd done it to start with because I don't want to damage any tubers when I stick some canes in, but you know, leave things to the last minute, that's what happens. More antirrhinums. Again, need to cut some of those back. And these are my cocoa de pampoule beans in these two beds. We've got quite a few weeds in there as well, and we've got some nice little nasturtiums. Sweet corn, and my other Anna Hubbard squash at the bottom there. We've got a cosmos, another one that's coming up blind. Yep, lots of bindweed growing out of the compost bin there. Must be nice compost. Got some beans here, got some bindweed around the beans as well, that needs to come down. So these are my runners. They're not really doing as well as the ones in pots. So maybe next year we just go for pots. I mean, it costs more in compost, that's the only thing, but I have mulched these beds. There's my two Crown Prince squash. They're not growing as fast as the Anna Hubbard. And then we've got here, what is this? Is this the sweet potato, or is this the... Oh, actually, I'll have to look on my old videos. This might be the other Anna Hubbard, actually. And the other one that I've shown you that I said was Anna Hubbard might be my Thelma Sanders sweet potato. I'm not sure. These beds are going to need a lot of work in future because honestly they've not been grown in for... They were grown in for the first time in 20 years last year, and obviously there's a lot more amending of the soil that needs to be done. There's a lot of gravel in here. Maybe I need to get in and sieve it bit by bit, you know, just work on it a bit at a time. What are you doing? Where are you going? Hey, hey. Watching you. So yeah, so let's go look. Oh no, we've missed these bits. So I harvested some carrots yesterday and lots of spring onions. All the spring onions need doing at once now. So some of the carrots were okay. They're still mostly little. Like I said, I never thinned them out, so we're just going to see how they get on. I think my lettuce is done. Lettuce is going to seed. That's all right. We just let things flower when they do. We only really take them out when I need the space. There's some little eggs on these nasturtium leaves, which is what we expect. Yeah, some spring onions. I think I'm gonna have to have a stir fry tonight. Got some carrots and some spring onions and some broccoli. And more in this bed. The carrots. And then if we come around here, we've got the kohlrabi bed, which I've been harvesting, so you can see. This is getting a bit of a battering now, but it's not affecting the actual kohlrabi. That's been eaten by something a little bit, but yeah, they're doing really well. They've been quite decent. Don't know what to do with them, so I'm going to need to look up some recipes. But yes. Oh, but that's something else I wanted to show you that's interesting actually. I found interesting the other day anyway. You may or may not. So if you've been here for a while, you'll know that we have clubroot on this allotment. Well, this is the cauliflower that I was digging up the other day. And actually, look at these roots. I'll show you them. Look, I don't see evidence of clubroot there. I didn't pull this one up. Let's pull this one up. This is the one slightly thicker roots there, but I would imagine that's probably quite normal. So yeah. So I don't know what the variety of these was. I don't know if they were ones I grew. Oh, they're my dad's. Cauliflower, Barcelona. So let's remember that, boys and girls. Barcelona. Because they were really, really lovely. And I might harvest these, you know, because, not that one. I might harvest this one because I'd rather harvest them small than lose them altogether. Because that one isn't so big in there. So we'll leave that one. But yeah, that one looks good. Okay, so haven't done a thorough job of this, but the broad beans are out. Couldn't actually get my secateurs through the stems, so I did have to pull them up. So there are a few more of these dwarf bean plants than I thought. They're not the happiest because they've been surrounded by the big broad bean plants. But I'm going to sow some more over the weekend probably, when I'll come back and get these weeds out. I've disturbed an awful lot of small creatures, so I just want to give them a chance to go and find somewhere else to live for a bit before I start destroying everything. The peas have come out. Secateurs are really, really blunt. Couldn't even get the pea stems out, so couldn't even cut those, so they've just pulled out. But yeah, we'll fill this with dwarf beans, and hopefully we'll have lots and lots of dwarf beans this year. So I've also done the sweet pea bed. So that's that done. I'm going to harvest some cauliflower before I go. Maybe a few bits of broccoli left to harvest as well. Take a couple of the kohlrabi again. I realise I haven't shown you the polytunnel. Yeah, lots of sign shooting and tying in needs to be done. Cucumbers, there's only 2 of them actually tied up. One of them's fallen off and the other one never had a cane because I don't think Mark realised there were 2 there when he came and did them. So I will get a cane in there today. It's very warm in here. Things are going well though. They're starting to ripen. We're getting a few now and again. Yeah, it's good. So that's done for now. It's very warm. It's quite hard to side shoot your tomatoes when you've let them grow wonky because you haven't tied them in soon enough. Sometimes you have to kind of... Oh, I've just missed a bit. Missed a bit. Oh, missed one over there as well. Let me get my scissors. Sorry, it's only little. Get the other one while I am thinking about it. Where have you gone now? Where have you? There you are. Okay. Right. Yes, it can be difficult to get them all when you are trying to follow a wonky stem. But that's done. Haven't finished the cucumbers yet. I'll do that before I go. But it's so warm in this polytunnel, so I'm going to pick some of the ripe tomatoes, and then I'm going to go home and hope that I might be able to get out in the front garden. I could go in the front garden, but I don't know. The front garden in the front garden, I don't like it as much because it's not private, it's on a main road, and if the gas board is still out there working, I don't want to be doing my gardening right next to them working. Would anybody else feel like that, or is it just me being a bit weird? I don't know. Right, let's get the cucumbers done and let's go home. This is the very rainy plot. It's quite lovely actually. It's very fragrant. Can't think what the smell is. Oh. It's my coat. It's just been washed. Honestly. Wow, look at this. Look at this beauty. Oh, Look at that. Have we got any buds on these cosmos? So I've got my harvest and it's time to go. I never did get those plants planted out. They are in desperate need of deadheading and planting out, which I'm hopefully going to get done this week, but I'll see. That will probably be in next week's video now, because if I wait for that to be done, you will never see me again, probably. So tomorrow I think I will get them all out in the back garden, because they're at the side of the house at the moment. They're kind of being a bit neglected. I'll get them all out, deadhead them all, see what's still good, and formulate a plan. So hopefully that will be next week, but I won't promise, but I'm really hoping. It's the 6-week holidays now, and this is my trickiest time of year to balance everything, because I'm home with my kids and not quite got them into doing the work on the allotment for me just yet. So thank you for being with me this week. If you wouldn't mind considering subscribing, I would be eternally grateful. Leave a comment down below and give us a like, and I will see you very soon. Bye for now.